Hi everyone, my name is Anupa. I'm one of the team members at Role Model Rebels, where we represent and celebrate women who are doing some fantastic work. Today we have Laura Bolanos, who is a Web3 consultant and expert, and who's going to be talking to us about how do we position ourselves professionally in Web3, in the metaverse, and how do we maneuver through that. So over to you, Laura.
All right, thank you, Anupa. Thank you to role model rebels, right? It's like a riddle for my tongue. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you guys for being here. And also thank you to all the people that are going to see this, later on. So I'm just going to start with my presentation. I'm going to share my screen right now. Let me see. Do I have permission to do that? Just a moment. All right. Yes. I guess you are. Are you on my PC right now? Are you able to see my presentation? Yes, amazing. All right, so the topic of today is actually, can I have a job in the metaverse, right? Because this is something that we have been talking about a lot, trying to figure out what is metaverse, what kind of things can I do in the metaverse, or the things that what are the possibilities, what are the opportunities. And I think it's super important for us to actually explore it, and see if this is something that could be a good fit for me or for you, for ourselves, right? So one more time, my name is Laura Bolaños. I'm originally from Costa Rica. I have been living in Spain for the past 12 years already. I have been an entrepreneur, a university professor, and also I have been spending a lot of time within the Web3 space for the last 4 years. Regarding my academic background, actually my major is international affairs. So maybe that's why I get super along with international friends as you. And also I do have a specialization in international commerce, and then also e-commerce, and I do have an MBA and like three more master degrees in different stuff. So I'm really proud of actually the time that I have been spending in Web3. I don't have any degree yet regarding Web3, because I think that is something super new to have like a certification or something like that. I want to wait and see what is going on. And meanwhile, I'm building my own expertise. And this is something that I want you to do as well. I would like to invite you to just go ahead and start building something just for the sake of building. You don't need to do it perfectly. You don't need to come up with solutions for the world, but you need to start working your way onto these new technologies that is in the umbrella of Web3. That is, and in this case, we're going to talk about Metaverse. So this is the agenda of today. We're going to talk about introduction to Metaverse, also job opportunities in the Metaverse, websites and platforms, and also we're going to do a Q&A section, or ask me anything section. So guys, the Metaverse is here, is here already. But what is Metaverse, right? So this is actually one of my favorite definitions, but everyone in this space has a different definition. But for me, the Metaverse is like a proposed reality extension in which people can do much of what they do in the real world through an integrated network of three-dimensional, so 3D, virtual worlds or environments. This concept is not new. This concept is from the 1992 and is actually from a sci-fi novel. This guy that is here, his name is Neil Stephenson, and he was the writer who actually create this word. So in his novel, this book that is here, that is called Snow Crash, that I super recommend you to read it because it's actually super fun. The novel is about an immersive virtual kingdom that you can access with your virtual reality glasses or Googles. So it's actually pretty cool. And this is where the metaverse word actually came from. So now you know. So this is something, the extended reality is like an umbrella term, meaning that everything that is under this umbrella, the extended reality, could be is just a generic term. So is everything that describes immersive technologies like virtual reality, augmented reality, and also mixed reality. So right now, the metaverse is more than a concept, right? So right now it's like a manifestation, you know. This is in the beginning, they comes from gaming, you know, but gradually has been integrated with actually the internet, you know, the digital entertainment and also social media. So right now is migrating to the social, economic, and also commercial activities. And this is something that we are going to see in the future, in the near future. Currently, the top 5 applications for the metaverse is gaming, as we know, for example, with Roblox or Fortnite, you know, and also art, that we see the explosion of that with NFTs, and also lifestyle, you know, it's a lifestyle. And also we can have a living out of this because there are work or jobs, you know. And also the industrial metaverse is being using for training people in, for example, heavy machinery, where they have the opportunity to go ahead and explore a machine without or in a safety way. So they can go ahead and do also the medical personnel, you know, the medicine students are right now training with some elements of the metaverse, like virtual reality. You know, they are performing surgeries, or they're performing, you know, they're trying to figure it out, how to do something without actually doing it. And this is something that is providing them with the proper with the proper safety net, you know, before doing the procedure in real life. So we're going to see more of that later. So in virtual environments, you know, there is a huge amount of data that could be, and it is collected, including, for example, the nonverbal behaviors. For example, the gestures, the facial expressions, the eyes movement, and also the heart rate, you know, and all of that is being archiving, right? It's been keeping safe in some server. So this is something that we need to take into account when we are accessing these words. Right now, we are living in a world where the data is more valuable than petroleum, you know. Some people say that data is the new petroleum, right? It is the new oil. And in one part, that's true. In other part is kind of concerning, because who is in charge of, getting this information safe? And this is something that Web3 is trying to solve through blockchain, right? So the key components of the metaverse, because it's not just a single entity, it's a complex and interconnected digital universe, are the virtual worlds, as whichever it might be, spatial, Roblox, etc. Those are platforms. And inside those platforms, there are virtual worlds. Then the digital assets, as the NFTs, for example, or the skins in games. And also there is the blockchain technology, right? So for virtual worlds, for example, this is one of the works of my friend Anita. Anita is an amazing designer, and she has been building these worlds like super futuristic and with a lot of fantasy at the same time. So this is something where designers can come and build your dream house, for example, or a digital beach, or set up a shop, or a virtual city. And these virtual worlds are the heart and soul of the metaverse. So there are a lot of platforms like Decentraland, Roblox, Fortnite, and also Second Life. There are just a few examples of the immersive digital realms, but there is like zillion words right now and a lot of platforms. So I want you to go ahead and explore them, because it's actually really, really cool. Also, we have digital assets. For example, in the photo, that's my passport for Web3, for Web3 doers. That is a gated community. And this passport is something that I can use to enter different events from this community. So the digital assets, are the equivalent or the equivalent of physical possessions. So this is something that keeps value. So they can be digital real estate, for example, in-game items, and also can be actually even like pieces of virtual art, NFTs. And the non-fungible tokens are this unique digital token that has unlocked the new ways to buy and sell and trade digital assets. So from virtual real estate to limited edition skins for your avatar, for example, and also, NFTs actually are reshaping the landscape on digital assets. And then we have the blockchain technology. As you may know, many of the metaverse ecosystems are built within the blockchain technology or on blockchain technology, and this brings security, transparency, and ownership to the digital world. So your virtual belongings are yours. Your data is yours. So everything should be secure, and it can be traded or sold as you see fit. If you want to sell it, you can sell it. And it's revolutionary. Why? Because the ownership and the property rights in the digital context is yours. It's like, if you want to sell it, you can sell it. If you get it for free for a company and you wanted to put it in a marketplace, you could do it, right? And that's something that is actually pretty cool. All right, so regarding the topic of the day, metaverse careers opportunities. This is something that we want to talk. So metaverse is not just about entertainment, but it's actually a thriving space for professional growth. So, Anupa, yes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, like before you started, when people are actually thinking about, maybe also you could also start by just differentiating whether they'll be working with the metaverse, or they'll be getting, let's say, developing the metaverse. That also might be a good way to, just start the conversation and see in which direction it goes to with, what you're planning to show.
Yeah, the metaverse is a concept right now, is something that is developing. It's not something that is already done, and it's not something that is actually well defined. That's why we are using the extended reality as a generic term, because we can use the virtual reality, or the augmented reality that we use with our phones, or the yeah, or the mixed reality. So the mixed reality is where you can access, like, for example, portals, like portals with your phone, but those portals are placed, for example, in a public beach or in a public park. So you can go ahead and access and see, there is a lot of there has been a lot of activation with brands. Like, for example, I do remember that Hugo Boss did something like that. They did an activation and they put like a store in the middle of nowhere, and people can access it with the phone. And it's a pretty cool experience, And then all the augmented reality is actually something that marketers are coming, really strong in this year and next year. I'm pretty sure that we are going to see more of that. And I'm planning to explain it, because that's actually part of the career opportunities that you have. It's kind of it's clear that, or good. All right, nice. All right, so I'm just going to present like several careers that you can have within the metaverse. So, for example, you could be a virtual architect and builder, or a builder. This is a project for one of my friends, Sofia Villarreal, and her project is called Isoverse. And it's actually pretty cool, because she's trying to redefine the way that people build buildings, and also public spaces. So it's like between using like circular economy materials, and also recycled materials, and also like materials that are environmentally friendly. This is something that is going to change the way that we think about the architects, right? And also the thing that and also is going to redefine how we see the cities at the same time. So she's doing an amazing job. I actually recommend you to go to her Instagram, so you can see all the little projects that she has been doing, and it's amazing, because the something that she wants to do. She's an architect, right? So she is using all her skills to build these words, and also her idea is to get these creations out of the metaverse, actually creating the buildings, and give people the chance to live in it. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So this is something that you can do. I think that you will need a really a strong foundation on how to build stuff. But one thing that is actually in favor within the metaverse is that the metaverse doesn't follow the uh, physical constraints. So, for example, you can have a cascade in the middle of your business, or your building, or you can have clouds as chairs, for example, and this is something that is only attached, through your imagination. So this is actually pretty cool. So yes, right now platforms are looking for architects and builders because they need to design everything. They need to design not only virtual worlds, but they need to design the buildings, they need to design the landscapes, they need, this is actually a high demand, as virtual spaces become more intricate and more realistic as well. So I'm pretty sure that this is actually a really, really good path for your career. Also, we have the virtual events planners and managers. If you are an outgoing person and if you have like this thing for planning events and to talk to people and to conduct events, this is something that you could do. There is a lot of events right now that are being held within the metaverse, like conferences, concerts, and also expos, and the event planners and managers are needed to coordinate these experiences. So this role requires creativity and also the ability to design and manage the engaging events, right? Engaging digital events. So in the left side, we have actually a business conference. So we can see, like, we have the avatars, but also we have the people talking, right, in real life. So this is actually pretty cool because you could be in two places at the same time, And also we have on the other side, we have the Pride. This was the Pride of last year, and it was amazing. It was a whole, the whole experience. We have music, we have a parade, we have people with wings, so people flying around, and actually, I'm pretty sure that for this kind of events, a lot of event planners and managers are needed to coordinate it, right? To have a really, really good experience. Then we have the virtual fashion designers and stylists. The metaverse has his own fashion, is actually the most growing industry within the metaverse. So virtual fashion designers create unique digital clothing and also accessories. So the virtual stylist has helped people with personalize their avatars and stand out in the crowd. And you could not see it, but for example, the first picture in the left side with the bunny, that's for Balenciaga. That was a fashion show. Then the other one, I don't remember the fashion show, but this was the lady in the dress was selected by Vogue magazine to portray the metaverse fashion event. And also we have, of course, the metaverse fashion week. And it's pretty cool because you can see all the designs. You can get, people doing the catwalks and everything, and people will pay you if you decide to be a virtual stylist. People will pay you to get your skills, on how to dress themselves, on how to get the features of your avatar more, looking more like you, and that kind of stuff. That's a skill, and it's a skill that you can learn and sell. Also, we have the virtual real estate agents. This is something that is being actually pretty cool. We have both sides of the picture. In one side, we have like the virtual lands. So you can go ahead and buy virtual land, that it will be basically an NFT and the right to build stuff in that area. But then we are the virtual real estate agents are actually selling houses, not within the metaverse, but in real life, using metaverse elements, so they can show the property beforehand, and people can go ahead and take a look and get the feeling on how will be like living in that house and that kind of stuff. And I think it's pretty useful. So the virtual real estate agents help users to buy and sell digital properties. And also it's a growing field as the virtual land becomes more valuable. We have seen this. Then we have the virtual therapists and counselors. This is actually something that we have been seeing a lot as well, because the metaverse can be an escape, it can be an escape from real life, for real emotions. And virtual therapists and counselors provide mental health support. There are actually a couple words within the decentraland spatial, and actually decentraland spatial, where you can go and get support for mental health for free. You need to be careful with this, guys. If you are not a professional, please don't try to be one just because you are in a metaverse space. But it's actually the main idea of this is to create a safe space for individuals to discuss and address their mental health needs. And I think that if you are actually, a therapist, this is something that it could propel your career as well. Then we have, of course, my favorite subject here, that is the virtual marketing and advertising professionals. Every company in a near future is going to have a metaverse or a version of it, so they will need marketing and advertising just like the physical world. So digital marketers create campaigns to promote the product, service, and actually virtual experiences, and they navigate the unique challenges for reaching the digital audience. A great example of this is Walmart Land. Walmart is a supermarket in the United States and Latin America as well. And it's actually a huge supermarket. But they actually took the time to build on Roblox. And now kids are playing this, and they are doing amazing stuff. They are building, they are playing, they're spending a lot of time here that it has nothing to do with the store. It's actually pretty fun to play. And something that is happening right now is that the kids ask their parents to go to Walmart to get the groceries, so because they are thinking that it will be the same experience. So it's actually, they are embedding the brand in those kids. So when they are going to be grown-ups, they are going to be buying there, But right now they are doing it because they are influencing their parents to go up and buy the groceries on the Walmart. And it's pretty cool. And then this is a podcast that is from Kathy Hackel, that is called the Metaverse Marketing. I actually recommend you to go ahead and listen to her, because she has like amazing value on how to promote and how to work this new generation of people doing marketing within the metaverse. All right, so those are like some real world examples of metaverse careers. The first one is Ashi Shun, and this is actually pretty old. It's from 2006, and she is actually a virtual real estate on Second Life. Second Life is a game, and is being developing as a metaverse right now. And she has been creating a fortune by buying, developing, and selling virtual land and stuff, like little skins, or little, actually even the the plates and the things that you need in your house for playing the Second Life, she sell it to you. So she's a multimillionaire. She's famous because she's a multimillionaire and is from doing this, creating assets in Second Life, and it's amazing. Then we have people, this is an artist. He's been in the scene, as an artist for 20 years, but then a couple years ago, simply explode, and yeah, he sold a piece of his art in $69 million. That's a lot of money for a piece of art, and is amazing. It's something that is is digital. It's not something that you can touch. It's not something that you can consume. It's something that that you can enjoy because it's yours, but that's it. So is something to think about it. And also we have, of course, for example, the Roblox developers. Those are the ones who earn real money by creating games and virtual items within the platform to showcase the potential for creators. You don't need to be a developer. You don't need to be like a uh, an engineer to do this, and actually is something that the platform gives to you for free. You don't have to pay to create stuff. And so right now people are creating games within the game, games within the Roblox world, and and they are they are developing these little games, and then they sold them. So it's pretty cool. So you can actually, if you wanted, you can go ahead and explore it as well. So what we need, this is like the basic tech stack, the technology that you need, and is, for example, in the core, as the foundation, you will need a cloud, the infrastructure. So it will be cloud connectivity, the hardware that it will be virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, and also IoT, so Internet of Things device as a gateway. That could be, for example, your watch, your smartwatch, your phone. So then also we need to pay attention to the standards and regulatory frameworks and the privacy and security. And then one step up is the compute. So, for example, the 3D and XR engines, then the geospatial mapping. We are going to be listening a lot about spatial computing, also blockchain, digital twins, and of course the jewel in the crowd right now, that is AI and analytics, of course. Then in platforms, for example, we have how these words are interconnected, and that's something that is super cool and super amazing. Like the content creation, the digital ownership, the avatars and identity, payments, advertising, third-party integrations. Here is where you can come, if you are not a developer, you can come here and start from here and then work your way up, and of course the apps. So we have entertainment, we have games, commerce, enterprise, and of course social. All of this is social. So we have this from big companies, like for example, Microsoft has the HoloLens. Also, Google is working as well in develop this technology. Then we are waiting on the Apple new, I don't remember the name now, the new goggles that they are going to release, Then also we have the Oculus and etc. So this is like the tech stack. So how are we going to prepare for a career in the metaverse? So we have like three really well-defined aspects. The first one, it will be, we need relevant skills. Like what? Like 3D modeling and design, event planning and management, blockchain and NFTs, and also digital marketing and social media. Then we have the building a personal brand. you need to start working on your personal brand, like the avatar customization, for example. Content creation is also something that you can start right now, and also network and collaborate. We need to understand that Web3 is not Web2. Web3 is where we do not compete, we collaborate. And also, you need to stay up to date with the industry trends. You need to be a person that is always well informed, so you need to be aware of the news and publications, the conference, webinars like this one, and also online courses or certifications. So websites for job opportunities, I will highly recommend you to go ahead and just do a quick search. This snippet is from today, and is actually from LinkedIn. Just go ahead on LinkedIn and put Metaverse worldwide, and then you will see a lot of different sites where you can go ahead and apply. It's pretty cool. So, for example, they're looking for digital twins, and they say senior expertise, but right now there is actually no one like this senior. This is just a way that they think, that they talk, the people in HR, because they don't have a clue. There is no senior in this yet, but so if you have like this this fire on you, to go ahead and investigate and try to figure out how this works, go ahead and do it, because that's going to give you actually an advantage on this. Is going to help you a lot with your value proposition when you are going to present it for one of these jobs. Then also I have these other 3 sites. The first one is the metaversejobs.com. They have a lot of jobs opening there, mostly remotely. So if you're looking to work from home, this is your place to go. Also, we have the web3.careers /metaverse jobs. That's also another website where you can go ahead and find a lot of jobs. And then this other one is crypto something. Let me click it so we can open it. Is this one, is the cryptocurrencyjobs.co, and they have like a lot of jobs here. So you can just put metaverse, and as you can see, they have like these ones right now, and there is for the sandbox. So let's see, look, a marketing designer, and also we have a game maker found marketing assistant, or global head of HR. If you already have some expertise within the HR, you are actually eligible to work in the metaverse, right? Okay. All right. Yeah. So the metaverse is a space where collaboration, innovation, and shared experiences thrive. And today's conversation is a testament of that. Also, the journey into the metaverse is just beginning. So remember, it's not a solo adventure. So get yourself your tribe, and we are your tribe, actually. So engage in open discussions like this, and we can collectively shape the future of this exciting digital realm. So if you have a question, all ears. And thank you very much. That's my LinkedIn account. You can come wherever you want. And that beauty is my avatar from Reddit. It's an NFT, actually. And she's a beauty. So thank you very much. And I'm open for questions. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Laura. That was really, really insightful, to actually see the whole process and to see how you can place yourself into various, potential opportunities. I think it was quite eye-opening for all of us, and also for the future people who will be watching this. Do you have your first question in the chat? So if you want to just quickly have a look. Laura, you're on mute.
All right, I'm here. All right. Yes, as a writer, you have the 100% chance to be working in the metaverse, because right now metaverses or metaverse creators are looking for people to tell the story, so if you are good with the storytelling, then probably you are, because you are a writer, you have the 100% probabilities to work in the metaverse. We need people to put into words the things that we want to express. And so yes, writers are actually a really 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 neat profession here in the metaverse. You can look for jobs like copywriting within the metaverse. You can go ahead also and take the leap and write for magazines. There is a lot of magazines within the metaverse, and also like special magazines, and also the um, the marketing professionals are actually looking for storytellers as well, because they need to figure out how to put the offer in simple words that people can understand. So I'm a journalist and community manager, and I didn't know about this. It's amazing. Now you know. Now you know. There is a lot of stuff that maybe when we are thinking about metaverse, sometimes we think that is something super technical, and it is until a certain point. But then we have the opportunity also to create stuff within the metaverse, something that is not technical per se, that it must be technical in other aspects, like creating a lore or creating storytelling about something. And also, yeah, people need information all the time. So imagine you can go ahead and be in a metaverse where you can hold your own news outlet. You can have your own CNN or CBS, and it's your word, is the thing that you want to do. And so right.
Fantastic. Yeah. Anybody else wants to come up with any questions?
You're welcome, Rose.
Um, so when I see myself, so I'm a designer, service designer, and how do I actually, like, if I wanted to be interested more in the metaverse, how would I place myself? Are there any like tools, or like how can I posit like if I want to explore my skill set into the metaverse, what would be the process, or you know um or some kind of like system?
Yes. I did not, for designers, you have like a lot of space, there is a lot to be done. But something that is really popular, and I think that all the metaverse and platforms are looking for, is 3D. So if you have the 3D skill within you,
Okay.
you will end up actually in a good position, because that's going to be your unique value proposition, right? So the 3D and then your own expertise as a designer, the things that you have been bringing on, your
Yeah.
creativity, and also because you can design words, you can design marketing, you can design actually assets. You don't need to design a whole word. You can just design
Yeah.
assets. You can get around. For example, this girl Sophia, the one from the Isoverse. Sophia she was also involved in another concept within the metaverse, and she was doing like she's from Mexico. I already told you that, but and in Mexico there is a lot of um, street vendors. So you can find in the street, you can find like the taco guy or the elotero. So it's like the guy that sells corn and that kind of stuff, and it's pretty cool. So she was designing those spaces, or the lady who sells flowers, and she was designing everything, that little space that is also just a square, and she was designing all that, and that's amazing because she designed it and then she will sell that. So you can decorate your own place, because she was doing it through 3D. So she was doing it in 3D and then sell it as an NFT. Then you can buy that, as an individual, you can buy that, and then you can put it on your own little house. For example, I do have my own little house within the spatial metaverse, where I can hold my art, my NFTs, things that I want. And then sometimes I go there because it's super relaxing, because I do have a cascade, so it's a waterfall, and it's super relaxing. It's a place where I like to go and read, because I get to get the sound from the water, and I'm alone. Nobody's going to um, disturb my reading or whatever. And
Yeah.
so I think that as a designer, you have like a lot of things that you can do, but I actually recommend you like to start with the 3D, get that skill really, really well, and
Yeah.
then move forward.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a really important point, to find where you can position yourself with your current skill set, and then see other places where you can fit in to explore. And I think that ability to, transfer your skills and finding that space, I think in Web3 is really important.
Yes.
And and it gives you the opportunity to do more things. Who knew that, both of us would meet via LinkedIn, and today we would be supporting each other. It's really a commendable space.
Yes, yes. And that's the beauty, you can get connected with a lot of different characters. There is a lot of people in the world, but at the same time, I think that something that we three people share is that we want to see this technology thrive, and we want to be part of it. And for that, we need to collaborate with each other, because
Yeah.
otherwise, you as an individual, you are not gonna get anywhere. You need to do it with a community, with someone that teach you, that someone that supports you, someone that cheer for you, so yeah, that's actually something that we're doing here right now. So
Correct, correct,
good.
absolutely. Anybody else, any last closing thoughts that anybody would like to share today? We've had so much like, so food for thought, you know, and it's been absolutely marvelous.
Thank you, Taf, and also thank you, Adi, because he was super nice. Thank you.
Yeah,
He says, Adi says, just wanted to say, Laura, always a great space to learn from you through these sessions. Thank you for doing this. Thank you to Role Models Rebels to invite me and to having me here. So yeah, thank
yeah.
you, Adi. And also
Um,
thank you, Dennis. Gracias. And that
Um,
is great info as always, dear Laura. Thanks so much. Thank you for coming, actually.
okay. Have a great evening. Have a great morning, and hopefully see you soon again. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.